failing to delete content that Russia deems illegal. It's not the first such fine imposed on Google and other tech companies.
Russia fined Google $100 million
company Meta and Twitter
for failing to delete what they call illegal information.
During his end-of-year news conference this week, President Putin said he would rather not resort to a traffic slowdown or an all-out block of a certain internet company or social network, but if we are forced into it, we will be forced to up our demands in regard to everyone who works with such issues and ignores the interests of Russian society.
Doesn't Putin pretty much run Facebook because he used it to elect Trump, Bolsonaro, Modi, all his puppets around the world? Seem to be pretty arm in arm.
According to the Russian court, Google has failed to remove banned content, and banned content is what Russia deems it to be. So that's a lot of opposition content, but content related to Alexei Navalny, the opposition
it's just
leader
political.
who is jailed right now. So I think this is really targeting YouTube because Navalny's videos there are really, really popular. And the latest video they had about Putin's palace, which is an alleged dwelling on the Black Sea that was built for Putin using a slush fund, that had 120 million views. So I think they're trying to get Google to take stuff like that down. And Google, to this point, has not really complied, as have a lot of other companies. Facebook was fined as well today.
Is Facebook guilty, according to the Russian court, of the same thing?
Yes, exactly. Their fine was significantly lower. These fines are based on annual revenue in
Probably
Russia.
just a payoff.
At this point, we'd seen fines that were less than $1 million. So they were kind of token fines, whereas now they're trying to send a statement where we're going to take 10th or 5% of your yearly profits here.
Have the tech companies in the past, though, paid those smaller fines?
For the most part, they had been paying, but Google's fine for this entire length had been around $550,000. And now in one court hearing, they're fined almost $100 million. So it's a big escalation and a big message sent. And I think Russia is trying to get those companies to come to the decision themselves to get them to leave.
Or they're just trying to rob
Russia
people.
understands that YouTube is incredibly popular here. A lot of young Russians watch YouTube or use YouTube. So for them to
go ahead and cancel it and let the Russians take over this government.
Population that maybe
protest.
Political, whereas if you can sort of pressure Google into leaving itself, then it's a little bit of a different story. You can spin that, if you're Russia, to kind of your advantage.
And can we expect Google to pay this latest massive
They've had it with
fine,
Putin.
or will they appeal?
I expect them to appeal. I do not expect them to have success with an appeal unless they start removing what Russia says is the banned content now. And Google obviously has a reputation to keep internationally, where if they start capitulating to Russian demands, that's not a good look for them either.